Season 8 of Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek, powerful, rugged, amphibious vehicles. Previously on Drake's Migration Nation.
One in the decoys, tail in the decoys. Good shoot. We're waiting on some big ducks to get in there.
Kill him.
We got him. We got him. Keeping Rio in business, pumping these blues.
All right, fellas, we got diesel to burn and whiskey to drink. Y'all ready?
Let's roll.
Get ready.
Gonna be a good morning. Yeah.
Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek.
We got something pretty special for you this week. Not only are we back at the Full Contact Duck Club with Hydra-Trek's Craig Simonton, but Drake Waterfowl co-founder Tate Woods come along for his inaugural appearance on Migration Nation.
Yeah, got a good friend from Olive Branch with us this morning, Tate Woods. Mr. Tate, pleasure to hunt with him this morning. Looking forward to some stories in the blind and talk about the Drake products and Hydra-Trek and Drake partnership, what's to come in 2017, even 2018.
Well, this past season, we had picked up a title sponsor for Migration Nation named Hydra-Trek. It's a phenomenal, piece of equipment. And so when I got an invite from Craig Simonton at Hydra-Trek to go along on a hunt using one of their Hydra-Treks, there's no way I could turn that down.
Day 2 of our hunt at Full Contact Duck Club. This was Tate's first day to go out and hunt with us. And on the way out to the blind in the Hydra-Treks, the bottom fell out and it was raining cats and dogs. Couldn't believe that it was raining so hard. Fortunately though, we had our Guardian Drake jackets on and we stayed dry. But it was just raining, we weren't expecting it. We didn't know it was coming.
My first night at camp, the crew kept telling me about this big blind that we were gonna hunt in.
I could tell when we got to the blind, just by the look on Tate's face, how excited he was about this blind and how awestruck he was at all the features and the size of it and just the comfort and roominess of this whole blind.
I've hunted, for a long time and I've seen a lot of big blinds, but there was no way I was prepared for how big this blind was.
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek, powerful, rugged, amphibious vehicles. Rio Ammunition, share the experience. Mojo Outdoors, it ain't magic if it ain't Mojo. Boss Drives, take charge. Prodigy Boats, custom made for the way you play. Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors. And by Drake Waterfowl Systems, innovators in waterfowl hunting.
Being that it was, my first time to hunt in Etowah, Arkansas, and in such a big blind, and it had been raining like it had, you can't help but wonder, how's the duck hunting gonna be today?
Got him.
That's some good calling. Anytime you have 7+ shooters and you get the kind of ducks we were getting, it's not uncommon that the dog goes one way and there are other ducks that you need to get after in a hurry in the other direction. So I got to see the Hydra-Trek in action. It was cool to see how fast that Hydra-Trek could make it across the field. And one of my favorite things about a Hydra-Trek, it takes away all the guesswork of how you're gonna get to where you need to go. And it doesn't care whether you're in 10 inches of water or 3 feet of water, it'll get you to where you're trying to go to. One of the problems typically with big blinds is they have all these shooting holes, and there are a lot of white faces typically in those holes, but they had a unique setup where they had this wire mesh that had camouflage that all you had to do was tap it with your gun and they would fall forward. So that was something that I'd never seen in a big blind before. Nice shot. That's a fine shot, Craig.
Boy, it feels good when you hit him on the first shot. Man, what happened there?
Slipped in on it.
They slipped in on us, didn't they?
Yeah, good boy. Golly. Boy. Bird in the hand.
We just had a group of teal come in, quick, just showed up out of nowhere. I don't know if we's all ready or not, but we got some shots off and knocked 2 of them down. Bear's out there on the water picking them up now.
One of the coolest parts of the hunt was getting to watch Bear do his work. And once again, this blind never ceased to amaze me. It actually had a trap door that whenever Kyle pulled on his pulley, the trap door lifted and Bear would take off down, then go get the ducks and bring them back.
Northeast Arkansas is just good duck hunting. We're in the Delta. It's right in the flyway. There's plenty of food, natural flooding, not just pumped water. And they come off of the refuge at Big Lake and fly right by us.
Give me some skin on that one. Yes, sir. That was awesome.
Nice shot. All right. That was good there.
Yes, sir.
Good scoop there.
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Season 8 of Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek, powerful, rugged, amphibious vehicles.
While we were here hunting, I had the opportunity to meet a really cool dude named Kyle Boyd. Kyle has an incredible story you'll get to hear about. He works for Freeman Webb, Mr. Freeman, who owns part of Hydra-Trek. Kyle gets to come over here during hunting season and run the show.
Full Contact Duck Club started in 2005. I've been working here for 8 years. We're in northeast Arkansas, south of Big Lake, west of the Mississippi River, and we're east of St. Francis Sunken Land, which is really good duck hunting.
One at a time.
One at a time.
We'll take it.
Rio's did a number on him.
Yeah.
At the end of day 2, we had a great time. Kyle and Ernie treated us really good again. Tate had a blast. My buddies Cody, Hunter, and Dustin, they enjoyed it. We all got to know each other pretty good in the blind. You know, when you're sitting in the blind, you're all talking and sharing stories, and we just had a lot of camaraderie, a lot of good hunting.
Thanks, son.
He didn't say a word, did he?
We ate good. We ate breakfast and lunch in the blind, and overall it was just a great day. But we have one more day to go.
When it's cold, damp, rainy like we had it that day, it's really nice to have a blind like that. After a great first day for me, we decided to pack it up just shy of a limit, and I couldn't wait to get back out and do it again the next morning. The following morning, everybody was really excited about the prospects of having sun and wind, that of which we didn't have the day before. I was really blown away at the performance of this Hydra-Trek. When most vehicles would start floating, this thing just kept tracking on.
We got a shift in the wind and clear skies, so this is ideal for this blind.
They also have cinnamon roses.
Oh, yeah.
I think the reason the ducks like it here is that there's plenty of water, natural flooding, not just pumped water. And we hunt inside of a floodway system. Floods can come up 6 foot overnight. We've got flooded corn and WRP ground. Trees have been growing in it for 20 plus years. So the willows are really big. The oaks and the cypresses are still growing.
Little teal hunt this morning.
Well, we didn't get to shoot on this end of the blind. Dang. It's all right, though. Got a greenhead.
The first 2 days of the hunt, we had a bad wind and were fighting. But this morning, we finally got the south wind that Kyle and Ernie had been wanting.
Man, that was nice.
One at a time.
One at a time.
We'll take it.
This area, especially where we've hunted, is really imprinted with the ducks. They've been flooding it for years, hunting it for years, so they just come here every year.
I was firing at it.
Nice.
It only takes one BB, right?
Nice.
It takes one BB.
Only takes one little BB.
I just thought I'd throw one out there and see what happens.
Guys, that was a good one there. I'm going to go ahead and unload because I've got my limit. It was fun.
To keep up with all the hunting action, check us out on the web. Drake's Migration Nation is powered by Hydra-Trek, powerful, rugged, amphibious vehicles. Rio Ammunition, share the experience. Mojo Outdoors, it ain't magic if it ain't Mojo. Boss Drives, take charge. Prodigy Boats, custom made for the way you play. Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors. And by Drake Waterfowl Systems, innovators in waterfowl hunting.
Midway through the hunt, I got the opportunity to sit down and talk to Kyle. So tell us about what your last year's been like. I know that you bound to think the skies are bluer and the duck hunting's a little sweeter now.
But yeah, I was cutting a tree that I don't remember it. Don't know exactly what happened, but it was supposed to go one way and went another way. Ended up landing on me. Crushed my pelvis, fractured my spine, collapsed lung, broken eye socket, broken nose. Yeah, I mean, they didn't think I'd live through the night. 4 surgeries later, they put my pelvis back together and reattached my spine and you know, a lot of physical therapy and here I am. So it's the Lord's been with me.
Well, I can say that the way you're getting around, you must have had some good doctors working
Yeah, I
on you
did.
and good
I really did. Yeah.
therapists, because I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, it's a miracle. I mean, everything, you know, I'm not 100% recovered, but I'm doing really good, and I've been able to duck hunt this whole season. That was a goal of mine, was to be ready for duck season. So physical therapy, working out with a trainer, and then, you know, just the Lord being with me is what brought me to where I am today. The last year has been really tough, and I really appreciate my wife. She's a nurse, and she helped me get through the hard first few months she was my personal nurse, and I really appreciate that.
How cool was it that Kyle set a goal of getting better by duck season? That goes to show what a die-hard waterfowler he really is. 6-man limit, good friends and fellowship. Had a great time. Craig, it's been a great last couple of days here with you guys. We appreciate you having us.
Yeah, it has been. We got to hunt 3 days here and 3 successful days with the ducks. Really glad that you came out and got to hunt with us.
Yeah, this was a one-of-a-kind experience with this blind and this Hydra-Trek.
So what do you think about the Hydra-Trek in this application?
I'm sold. It's where you have to park the four-wheeler and the boat can't go, this can go with a high level of certainty. And I think my favorite part is that about right now, other vehicles are floating, right, and you have to get out and push them. This thing doesn't let up. It'll take you wherever you want to go, and that's the difference.
Yeah, this machine really thrives in that ankle deep to waist deep water. That's where other vehicles usually struggle, and this machine here can keep on going.
So you can go from leave camp on a gravel road into a ditch, into the river, over the levee, into your flooded field, with one vehicle.
Right, 4, 5, 6 guys, all your gear, hunt for the day, and then turn around and come right back out of all the same terrain.
Well, I'm glad it brought us here because this was a heck of a time.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Glad you got to come out and hunt with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Tate.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We had a really strong hunt. We finished out with our limits. What an awesome blind, really cool people, and what a unique area of the Migration Nation.
Boy, for Tate's first hunt on the show, he sure picked a good one. Not only did he get the full Hydra-Trek experience, he got to hunt in the Hilton blind and participate in a phenomenal waterfowl hunt on Migration Nation.